What up? How you doing?
Great. How are you?
Oh my gosh, I'm good, man. I'm straight. I'm need a nappy nap. That's what I need right now. If anything,
You know what?
everybody ain't able.
I feel a little bit better
I'm trying to
only
get off.
because I had a nappy nap, as you say, and I normally don't have those. But
See how I make it, how I change your life. You see how it change your
man,
life.
I think it's the weather. It's been raining like crazy here all
Oh
day.
yeah, that sets the mood right. I agree. It gets the mood
Yes.
right, boy, for a
So I
nappy
went
nap.
in there and got me a real good nap. So I'm a little bit refreshed right about now.
How you gonna be up at like 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock in the morning? Yeah, boy, that's
Yeah.
the only
So
downside of it.
you had anything going on this past weekend or the weekend before?
This weekend it's funny, we actually went to some center. They had a little program for seniors, so we was able to introduce them to soul line dancing and everything. So great turnout. We enjoyed ourselves at the same time, and we ain't even do shake a tail feather, so that's even better.
Man, you know what? I had some newbies in the class and I had to do shake a tail feather.
Ooh, ooh,
What? Man, we
that's
enjoy
terrible.
shake a tail feather. But
I guess.
whatever. So look, here we go. We have a show in store for you all today, and we are excited. We're excited to learn more about our guest. And without further ado, how about we just bring them up? Hey, Marquise, who is that? That's
Who's
our
that?
girl, especially yours.
Shit. Oh, hey, first of all, I don't like how she posted that whack picture of just her and now. Like, we ain't take no better picture than that, talking about some happy anniversary. You need to do better, Nikki. Do better, please.
What's up, Yvonne? Angela is up and in the house too. She hadn't said anything, but it's showing, I get a little cheat, I get a little snap it. It's showing she watching, okay?
Okay.
So shout out. Hey, Melva, what's going on? How you doing, girl? I really been missing you. Yes.
Gosh.
Um,
I'm already
hey,
trying to
Yvonne, you know what? A lot of people can't stand Marquise. It's that
cry.
mouth. It's that mouth.
I don't like truth. I don't like truth. That's what it means.
Yes. So, but yeah, so hey, here we go. We're about to bring our guest in and get more acquainted with him. Um, Without further ado, here we go.
Hey, what's up, everybody?
Hello. How are you?
I am doing great.
Awesome. Welcome to Let's Talk Soul Line Dance.
It's a pleasure to be here.
It's a pleasure to have you. Representing all the way from Arizona.
Yeah.
So, how is it out there?
Well, it's nice. It's a beautiful day. It's very cloudy. It's been raining here. Yesterday, it rained pretty much throughout all the day, off and on all day. But we need it out here in the desert, as you know.
I was about to say I thought it was sunny out there. I'm like, Marquise, you see that shine that's behind
It's
him?
real bright over there, actually. It's like extremely bright. What are you talking about? It's raining. I don't get that.
Right.
You gonna introduce us to the brightness? Nah, you ain't gotta move. You good. You good.
Yeah, it's cloudy. It's cloudy, but it's a beautiful day.
Y'all
We
got two different
appreciate it.
definitions.
The
You
clouds
got
bring uh, that temperature down a little bit.
Yeah, we got two definitions of cloudy, brother. Because our cloudy ain't y'all cloudy. Our
No,
cloudy is a hurricane coming through.
Oh, oh no,
clouds,
we don't have that. No, we don't have hurricanes. We don't have
Yeah,
tornadoes. We don't have earthquakes. We don't have any of that
y'all
here
just
in the
got that
desert.
heat. Y'all just got that real heat. That one that's gonna torture you heat. That's what you got.
Yeah, but we learn how to deal with it. Especially me. I'm born and raised right here in Tucson, Arizona. So
Check this.
hey, this is home.
Terry, check this out, man. I hear what you're saying, but ain't no such thing as dealing with heat, man. You know what I mean? I'm sorry. Ain't no way I can enjoy that. If you ever want to see the worst side of me, put me in the sun, and I'm gonna give you the whole different side.
Well, I got 2 words that can help you with that.
What's that?
Air condition.
I know, right? Absolutely. Terry, I just a side note before we really get into your interview. If you have anybody that would like to watch the podcast, all they have to do is click on the Let's Talk Soul Line Dance page, Facebook page, and they can then click on the link there, and they would actually allow them to see the show. So instead of clicking what you had to do, that'll put them right. They need to go to Facebook.
Keep it simple that way.
Right.
Oh, okay. Well, I sent all my active members that link that you sent me.
And I'm saying that's why I kind of put that little side note in.
They'll need to go there.
I think
they're gonna pull up on the show with us. You're gonna have like 15 people.
No wonder, because I sent it to about 70-some people.
Oh my! So like Valandi, is that Valandia?
That's my cousin.
Okay, so they're actually they kind of linked in. But if Elle and Valandia could go to Facebook and click the link there, the comments that you're typing, Valandia, will actually appear on the screen like everyone else. Okay.
Perfect.
Okay.
Right.
I didn't get that information. I never got the information. So until now,
it's all right. It's all right.
Your mistake. We can keep it moving.
Yeah, so today's my first day meeting Mr. Terry, and I really appreciate that. Having the opportunity to talk to you on today. So tell us, who is Mr. Terry Thomas?
Well, I'm born and raised here in Tucson. I am Terry Tyree Thomas. That's why you got all those T's in my name. And when I introduce myself as event, just to give them the flavor, if you know, I am Terry Tyree Thomas from Tucson, Arizona. Graduated from Tucson High School on a Thursday, and I believe I was thirsty. So you got your live DJ, Mr. T. And all right. And the reason why I spell it M-I-S-T-A is because and Mr. T, back in the day, it was a movie, Trouble Man. Marvin Gaye did the soundtrack. I don't know if you remember that, but and they called Trouble Man Mr. T, and then Brother Johnson had a song on one of their albums called Mr. Groove, and they spelled it M-I-S-T-A. I'm like, yeah, that's it. So that's why I spell it M-I-S-T-A, Mr. T, and that was long before I Pity the Fool, Mr. T came on the scene. So just so y'all know.
I appreciate clearing it up.
I know, right? I thought he was gonna go all T or triple T. I'm like, okay.
Well, my business, I'm a DJ. I've been DJing for over 45 years. Okay. And my business, 3T Productions, mobile lighting and sound. Okay. And I do sound lighting video projection from small events all the way to the big concerts. Okay. Along with my team, my ace DJ Michael T, my homies Ron and Strickland and Wade Key. That's my team. So, as well as my son out there, he's up in the Phoenix area. But as far as that, I've been in the music business for a long time. Did a lot of different things. Y'all want to know how I got into line dancing?
Yeah,
of course we do.
I don't.
No, he said he want to know.
Okay. I'm gonna tell you how I got into line dance. How to get to where we are today. I was DJing a family reunion, and I played the line dances that was hot at that time. The only ones we knew: Cupid Shuffle, Wobble, Electric Slide. I don't even know if Wobble was out. No, it was before that. I don't even know if Wobble was out, but we was out in the park, and it was kind of hot out there, but we was on a big Ramada, and I realized that after doing them line dances in a row, I'm like, man, this is some exercise. This is a workout. So I started passing around, hey, I'm thinking about starting a line dance. I didn't know anything about universal line dance. I didn't know nothing about any instructors, never heard of them, didn't know nothing about nothing. I just knew it was pretty cool. And so I just started asking, what do you think about starting a line dance class? And I just kind of put fillers out. And people's like, yeah, that's cool. That's cool. That's cool. So it plays in Tucson. It's the Dunbar Pavilion African American Cultural Arts Center. In the auditorium there, that's where I started my line dance class. Okay. And my very first class, okay, my line dance class is every Thursday. We open at 5, class is 6 to 7. And my whole goal was to use line dancing for exercise. Okay. So I didn't know what I was doing. I knew about 3 or 4 or 5 line dances I would teach and do, and then in that hour I would have about maybe 15 or 20 left, and I would do what I call the power slide, where I would take the 4 or 5 line dances I taught earlier, and we would just do little bits of them, just a refresher, and then I would just do exercise moves until 7 o'clock, until it was over. I didn't know what I was doing. But we loved it. And my very first class, I had 43 people sign up my very first class, and that was April 7th of 2011.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
And you know what? You want to know where we are today?
Where are you today?
As of last Thursday, I had 3 new members join, and I have now 880 registered members.
How do you even manage that, bro?
Hey, wait. You said 880?
880 registered members.
Okay,
now over the years, okay, over the years, unfortunately, some has passed away. Some have moved away from Tucson, of course, and some, of course, they lose interest and they fall off. Yeah. But, we have the saying, once a member, always a member, so they can come back whenever they want to.
Right.
But we do keep attendance, okay, to our class. I do it in an Excel spreadsheet, and my beautiful wife, along with Angel and Shirley, that's my door folks. They will, they take care of the door and the attendance, okay? And, we can tell you every class you came from this time you started. And, wow. And so that's how I keep track of it. And then, I have a support staff that helps and supports me along the way, and they're out on the floor, and I'm up on the stage, and they if people are having a hard time, they'll kind of help them out and stuff like that. Now, when I first started this thing, man, I'm like, this is crazy. Every week I was getting 5, 10, 20 people or more joining every single week. Okay. And then before COVID hit, we were running 70, 80, 90 people every class. Okay.
How many classes?
Beg pardon?
How many classes?
I do one class a week. Thursdays only, 6 to 7.
Oh, wow.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Hold on. I'm sorry, Terry. So you got 80, 90 people, and you doing an hour class, like only an hour, and that's once a week?
Yes.
God,
so I see you. Let me tell you. So here and reason why I started my line dance, basically soul line dance. And in our soul line dance, we do Zydeco blues, hip hop and so forth and so on. But in these parts, especially in Tucson, it was at that time a whole lot of country line dance organizations out there, and I didn't want to do country. Okay, so I started doing my little old research and stuff like that. So that's how I pretty much start checking in YouTube and learning about line dance and so forth. So here's my rule, because we are an exercise line dance. If it takes me over, let's just say 8 minutes or so, 10 at the most, to teach the line dance, it's not for my class. Because we got to keep our body moving and according to my members, we average about 4,500 steps per class, sometimes more. And so they're getting their steps in. But I have a rule. I have a rule. There's a thin line between line dance and dance routine, and I have to stay on that line dance.
Okay.
Yeah, and I now every once in a while we'll do a Saturday class where I would teach them some of the more difficult line dance and stuff, because we do some of them, and I'll teach them that, or I'm gonna introduce I'm gonna speak of some line dance instructors that really helped me and I've learned from along the way. And when I found out there was a line dance class up in Phoenix, and you've heard of them, Shades of Distinction.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. And there was a lady, her name was Jackie Hendrick, and she was the one who started, along with another brother that worked there. They were at the Legion of Phoenix.
Okay.
And that's where I started going up there and hanging with them. And I started learning line dances from them, and I would take them back home and do them in the class. And then Jackie, I think she had knee surgery or something was going on. So here came in Alicia Hernandez. She came in. Matter of fact, she leads Shades of Distinction at this time. And so she came through, and then I met a young brother by the name of Troy Jones. Okay. And he has his group is called Dance Without Drama. And he created a lot of line dancers. You can look him up on YouTube. And we did some of his line dances as well. And then there's a brother up there by the name of Delvon Foley that branched out from the Shades, and he created his line dance group we call We Are One. Okay. And he's a good brother. And that we would line dance. When I go up there, he would be there and I would hang out with them. And then coming out of Tucson, moving up to Phoenix, y'all interviewed her a few weeks back, was Sansaray Brown. She came out of my class and went up there and was with the Shades and branched out and created her own line dance, I Spark Life. You know them. She was on the show a few weeks ago.
Yes.
Yeah. Now, her is Sansaray, but I call her Sarance, and she knows it. She Beyonce's cousin, Sarance.
Look, well, Sarance is actually watching, and she was like, "Your class is a workout with easy dances." So
yes.
I heard you say there's a thin line between line dance and dance routine.
Yeah.
Okay, explain what you're saying.
Girl, if it takes me 25 minutes to teach that line dance, that's a dance routine.
Okay.
And look, you have part 1, part 2, part 3. You got a tag, and then you change at the end of this song when you get to this point. Now, and they're beautiful line dancers. A lot of line dancers, they all great, but all of them are not for my class. So we save those for Saturday when we do our Saturday class, and that's a 3-hour class. And then we'll bring in some of them because they're popular across the line dance community.
Right.
Okay. Awesome. I understand. Marquise loved a dance routine.
I just love to dance.
Routine.
You know what I mean? Because I'm speaking from, because like I agree with you. There are certain dances that require a lot more steps, but you know what it is? It's the music. Music sometimes and it's from my perspective. Sometimes certain music demand more than just the basic steps. You know what I mean? Especially when you get a song that's like 4 minutes. Like, come on, man! I ain't gonna repeat the same stuff for 4 minutes now. You know what I mean? And so certain songs I can say, yes, I can enjoy and embrace this. I can really express myself more because I have more steps to do so versus I feel restricted because I only have a few steps and the song is still going on and on and on and on. Because after a while, it just become redundant. And so I guess that's just for me for the most part. But Yeah, I definitely respect the beginner friendly dances because you kind of make it available to individuals who are just being introduced to the line dance world at the same time, the soul line dance world. So that definitely helps them. And some people just love just to stay in that lane. So it's good to know that you
Mhm.
have what your lane is, and you pretty much became very effective in that lane as far as providing that speed, that level, and all that stuff. So how do you get the patience to deal with, to stay consistent? Because I'm sure you probably, and correct me if I'm wrong, you probably seen some dances that you wanted to do, but you knew for your class that wasn't for your class. You know what I'm saying? So does it limit you in a sense and make you kind of like, ugh?
Thank God that there are so many beginners and a little bit, more difficult than beginner line dancers out there. As I mentioned, if we want to take it up a notch, or I really, really want to teach a line dance that's kind of difficult, NY creeping is a little more than just basic, but I threw that in and we had some fun with it. It's not a beginner's, but it's not too much harder than that. But I just said we with the class, and sometimes the class would say, Terry, can we do this line dance? And they'll send me a link to it, and I'll check it out. And if it's not for the class, I'll say, hey, that's a nice line dance, but I don't think it'll fit the class. And I'll give you an example. Some time ago, years back, I don't know what I was doing. I added like 3 little more difficult line dances and to that class, and 20 people joined the class that day. And I start off with the easy one and add a few difficult ones in there, a little more difficult one there. And do you know, out of the 20 people that joined, I think only 3 of them came back.
I can believe that.
And I'm like, man, tell you what are you doing? You know better than to put that many in there that had to, a little more than just your basic line dance. But it taught me something. And one thing my last line dance I teach will be something really easy. So when the beginner comes, at least they leave feeling that they learned, they got down on that last song. And just like when a performer performs, unless they do something crazy within the performance, you always remember that last song.
Right.
Okay, so I try to incorporate that in my style, my teaching style. But one thing I do, you guys, with my class, I make them laugh the whole class. I'm the biggest fool in the room. I call out muscle groups that don't even exist in the human body.
Right.
I call your calves, your cabloids, your thigh, your thyroids, your shinlet, and your left and right gluteus. And all, I call out there, and they be like, and I look at them like they don't know. I said, y'all need to go to school. Y'all need to learn this stuff, and I mess with them. And if I mess up on stage, I'll look out in the crowd. I'll blame it on somebody out there. I said, oh, Mary, she made me mess up. And they said, everybody knows it. They even asked my wife, they said, is he like this? Is he like this all the time? She says, yes, all the time.
All the time, right?
Yeah, but my is a fun. And that's something that the members tell me that, Thursday line is one of their favorite times of the week because they come and laugh, and we got really good people. Our members, our support staff, all the members, they are so nice, and they love line dancing with each other.
So what would you say, being in this thing for so long as you have, what challenges would you say you face since during your journey as far as managing that type of group and just doing what you're doing right now?
Challenges is to just keep everybody interested, make them feel that they're not just a member, but they're part of the class, and trying to really just make them feel good, about being there. I'll greet them at the door. There's a whole lot of fist bumps and high fives and hugs and handshakes, as you will, at the door. And the one thing, the door staff, when they hit the door and see my wife and our Shirley and Angel that help at the door, and they welcome them in right at the door, because this is the no drama zone. And don't, this is not the place to bring drama. That you leave that, check that at the door, because we about to have a good time. We gonna laugh, we gonna smile, and getting the word out about events. I have a unique thing, and one thing the Queen wanted me to mention about how did I grow my class to be so many people. And two things, of course, we all use social media, but I have an event text group. So I text directly to all my members. And I have my event text group, and I'm not just my Tucson Slide Society group, but when I have events and stuff, it's over 700 people, where I text to them directly to their phone about any event or anything that's going on. And that was the first part about getting the information out about the Line Dance class. But then here comes the members. And I don't know if I posted, did you see the picture? We just took this picture this past Thursday of some of the members in my class, and you see how diverse it is?
I didn't get to see it.
Did you guys get to see that?
No, we didn't.
I posted on Universal Line Dance, and I did send it to Queen. I think I sent her a couple of pictures so she would have them. And that's one of the things. The members really help grow the class, and when that happens, they really loving what they're doing.
Right, exactly. And
So-
I mean, that's how your class is actually growing. Word of mouth.
Yeah, word of mouth, and it's starting to come back. We're in the 40s, and it can run in the 40s or something like that. 30s and the 40s now. It's not up in the 80s and 90s like it used to be, but coming out of this COVID period, people still are concerned. But in my class, because even though I advertise 21 and up, I don't have any 20s in my class. I don't even know if I have any 30s, but we have 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s, and 80-year-old people in the class. And in my class now, as it is right now, you must be COVID vaccinated to attend. Because we're indoors, we're in a big space, we're in a big auditorium, but because it's an exercise class and all that going on, a whole lot of moving and action going on, we have to put that in place. It may change later on, but for now, it's you still have to be COVID vaccinated to attend, because there are so many people in the room.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I don't know how many organizations is doing that. Maybe you guys.
Yeah. Honestly, I think a lot of that kind of died down as far as a lot of restriction on that. So I know you. So one of the biggest concerns is, I guess, with the amount of people that you have, how do you manage the drama that comes with in certain cases? Because I know a lot of people I know a few people are afraid to have that type of audience because of the challenges they come with, or even from the fact, like, first of all, how many people in your staff, or how many people in your group, and then how many people for the member, and how do you prevent drama for even being established in situations like that?
Well, I'm getting a note here. Can you hear me?
I get you.
Okay. I noticed. If there's some drama exists, I try to confront it, right off the bat. And if it gets to the point where I have to say, hey, you can't come here no more, I would do that. Okay. Thank God I don't really have too much of that going on. And, but that's how I would have to manage it, because, everybody deserves to be in that class if that's what they choose. Okay, because we're there to keep our bodies moving, to have fun, and to learn line dances and enjoying them. And everybody in the line dance class really enjoys it. Okay, so I don't deal with a whole lot of drama. Matter of fact, my wife will tell you, Terry, don't do drama. And I just don't, I try to make everybody feel good so that we don't have to go there. You know what I mean?
Okay. And now you got a whole crowd. So what are men at? You got men in your class too?
Say that again.
I said you got a huge crowd of people. How many men you got in there though?
There's Fred. We got.
You start counting on the fingers.
Let's see. And
count on one hand.
Yeah, right?
Yeah, we got Butch in there, and we got about 10 or so men in there. Used to have a whole lot more. Now on the roster, there's a whole lot more men. but that are active and come weekly.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's good.
My support. I have a support staff team, and they're really good. And I got Shirley and Angel and Cynthia and Aretha and Eleanor and Fred, Diane, Janet, Willie, Barbara, Jeff, Teddy, and of course my beautiful wife Danetta. And I had to give them a shout out, y'all. They handle everything on the floor while I'm on stage doing my thing.
That's what's up. Definitely.
That's all
Hi,
right.
Terry.
Hey,
Hi, Terry.
hello. I see
How you
you. I'm doing great.
That's good.
You
Okay, y'all go ahead. I'm
made it.
just saying.
So
I'm still in the
y'all
airport.
see, yeah, Queen is still in the airport, and that's why she's just chiming in right now.
I see.
She just had to come on to see you, Terry.
Oh,
Yes.
good. I'm
Hey,
glad.
Terry. I
I'm
worried
so
him to death.
privileged.
So, do I need to silence myself, y'all? Because I am in the airport out.
It's up to you. That's fine.
Yeah.
I got you. Yeah, I got you.
Okay.
So Terry,
Yeah.
so you're DJing a variety of groups. I know as a DJ, you're probably excited about all of them, but what's your favorite group that you like to DJ for?
My favorite group that I like to DJ for. Ooh, girl, you try to get me in trouble.
No,
But
absolutely not.
well, I'm gonna call it. We got between you. I've done I've done the Shades of Distinction, a couple of their
Okay,
events.
wait. Hold up, Terry. Hold up. I'm saying line dancing and non-line dancing.
Oh,
Let me put
no.
that down.
Oh, I see what you mean. Okay, I thought you meant what groups I DJ for events. Okay, so it's all depends on the party, but the line dance is cool because they're gonna dance all night. That's a given. That is a given. From that first song, they creep out there and it's on for the rest of the night when you're dealing with line dancers. Now, party people, I got to fill them out. I got to read the crowd. I got to, of course, the right music for the right event. You got to be prepared for that. I've been DJing a long time. I'm a veteran. I'm an OG in the DJ business here in Tucson. Okay, and but see, I have a secret weapon that for my DJing style.
Okay.
I love to dance, so I'll get out there with them.
Okay.
A lot of DJs don't do that.
Marquise, I think we got another run.
What's that?
I said, I think we have another Rundy. We have another DJ who does the same thing here in South Carolina.
Mm-hmm.
Have you heard of you met Rondi before?
No, I have not.
Okay, well, that's the professor. He travel everywhere, and one of the biggest things that separate him from a lot of the DJs is that he actually get on the floor and dance with you or teach and instruct you, and you can tell because he'll be kicking all the way through that floor, if anything. So, but he real fun too at the same time. Y'all definitely got to meet so you can see how he get down as well too.
Hey, Marquise.
Yeah, I'm an interactive DJ. I'll get out there.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe we could bring him, or you can invite him to your event, not next year after next, right?
24, yeah.
Yes.
Possibility.
Yeah. So maybe in 24.
It ain't gonna be too hot for you, just so you know. It ain't gonna be too hot for you, if anything. But yeah, because he gets around. One thing, I'm sure you're gonna probably run into Rondi because he gets around a lot. That brother travel. You know what I'm saying? Because it's not so much just his DJ and they just love the energy he brings as an individual. You know what I mean? And he gets on the floor, he dance with everybody, he have fun, he hosting, he MCing, he's all everything. You know what I mean? So it's very appreciated. And I'm glad you do it too because with you doing that, it makes you become part of the party versus just the guy behind wheels of steels at the same time. You out there helping and encouraging people and teaching, I'm assuming, at the same time. So that's always appreciated that you were able to get from behind there, if anything. So I guess I'm telling you, it's a job. I just started playing with the DJing thing. It is definitely a job. So I guess the question is how, because it's like 1 minute you focusing on creating this experience for your people, but at the same time, you got people on the floor and you got to assist them. Like, how does that work? Like, how did you manage to transition? How you able to do both? Like, isn't that a challenge in itself?
Well, I always say you got to know the crowd that you're playing for. And once you do, you get out there, you know ahead of time. Sometimes you get a playlist if it's a party, and you kind of know what to fill it in with, and you kind of fill out the crowd. And I look, you know, here I do events is diverse. It's all people of all walks of life. So you got to know what you're doing. And so one of the main thing is I'll go and I'll talk to some people. And as a party getting ready to get started, people come in and I'll go and say, how you doing? I get over there. What's your name? Oh, James. How you doing, James? But next thing you know, I'll hype James up on the microphone. And I'll hype Linda, and I will make them feel like, oh, DJ said my name. You know, everybody loves when the DJ say their name. And so I would go and I would kind of interact with people and make them feel like they're part of the experience and not just there for the party.
Okay.
How did you get introduced into the community, the soul line dance community? I know you said you were going online looking at some dances and stuff like that.
Yeah, well, I through the shades, going to them, then I started going on the internet. I learned about different line dance organizations via Facebook, and then we went out to California. We went to Vegas, Cali. We didn't go to Cali Jam. We went to the one in LA. Oh dang, I can't think of it right now, but we went to that one. We went to one in Vegas, and I started meeting these different line dance instructors who are now superstars in the line dance industry. You know, I learned about the big award show, and then Lady D, I learned about her, and Shay brought her down, got to meet her actually in person, and all these different people. So as you be a part of this line dance community, you start seeing these people, and they say, "Oh, did you see John Woodhouse new line dance? That's off the chain. You see Triple ABC?" And I went. So I taught my class, even though it was so hard when I had to teach.
Wow, I don't know, man. You ain't lose nobody on that one.
Hey, it took us 3 weeks. It took me 3 weeks, little by little, to teach them. But you know, and you know how it is when you do a line dance, especially a difficult one. When you finally get it, you know how you holler out real loud.
Yes.
Yeah, and you know how when you got it, you be like, I got it. But you know, that is, and that's how I learned by going and shade and sharing with different line dance instructors here in the Tucson area. And Delvon Foley labeled us as the Arizona Line Dance Connection. I think he said he incorporated all of our 5 different, at that time 4, but now we have iSpark Life, 5 different groups together. And so when you get to talking with one another, and then you start researching line dances on YouTube, and then you go looking and you see them, then you go look at their pages and see what they're doing. I'm like, okay, that line dance off the chain. And I said, we got to check that out. And so, my kitchen floor and my garage know all the line dancers. They teach them to me, and they know all the line dancers. And they try to teach me. I'll be in the kitchen and I'll be in the garage. You know, 1/3 of my garage is my studio, so I'll be playing, and that's why I bring the music up a little bit louder. And that's where my space is. And then when I first started this, when I taught a new line dancers in my garage, I would have to do it 3 times in a row without messing up before I would say, "Hey, I got it." And if I messed up one time, I start back to one. And I would do the whole song, not just a piece of it. I would have to do the whole song. And when I did it 3 times in a row without a mistake, then I knew I was ready to teach the class. And
Wow.
and when I started,
I
I didn't know nothing about, what's that?
No, it's just good advice for line dance instructors who are teaching their class. You know, you go in there and you know it, and you're like, oh, I missed the part, I messed up. But doing it like that, you know, starting off, just do it. That makes you a better line dance instructor. So I like that. Thank you for the advice.
Yeah, that was just my little way of trying to make sure I knew what I was doing when I was teaching it. And, you know, as instructors, it's something else when you get up in front of your class or maybe at a big event and you forget your steps, especially if it's your online dance. You know, and everybody, you know how it is. People in the crowd, they love to tell the line dance instructor if they messed up.
Right.
They live for it.
I
They
know,
live for
right?
it. I know.
Like, well, why did you mess up? Or why did you stop? If you know it, keep going.
So, question, because and even piggyback on what you're saying, because I know I used to put a lot of pressure or stress on me to the point where I wanted to make sure I have a dance down before I go to the class. And then it just got to a point where I was really excited to teach the dance and I ain't really lock it in. And so now there's times where I don't even have the dance locked in, but I tell the class, all right, y'all, we finna learn this together. We finna get it together now. And we'll figure out the right wording to say, because I ain't even figure, because one thing what it is that when you said you do it 3 times till you lock it in, it's not so much that you want to make sure you have a dance, you want to take in all the angles of being able to answer all questions from all levels of people. Because some people might not understand count, some people might not understand left, right, left. They need to know the names, they need to know the modifications and everything else. So it is beyond just learning a dance. It's like, how do I translate this dance through word for these people can actually receive it beyond, girl. And please don't let Earl get on here about practicing.
You know it, perfect. That perfection
Anyway,
comes in through practice, as he would say.
No such thing. But question real quick, Ms. Terry. What role does your wife play in all of this, and how does that work?
My wife, she takes care. Like she's one of the first person you see with my door personnel. That person that you see when you come into class, and everybody loves her more than me. And then, and she just supports me. She gives me 5,000% support on this line dance thing, and she'll tell me you that was a good class, baby. You did it tonight. That was really good. And then she'll tell me you had the music up too loud, or I don't think you, when I she'll say she thinks sometimes I'll reply and I don't think it's in a rude way, but she said she'll tell me if I was that I shouldn't have said that like that. I should say you should just say this, that, and she keeps me in line, if you will.
Right. Did you meet her before? Did you meet her before you got into the line dance, or were y'all together already once y'all got introduced to line dance?
Oh, we were already together. We already together. Yeah.
Okay.
So, like I said, I've been teaching line dance for 11 years. We've been together 26 years.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So, but she will tell me if she think I did something wrong or said something wrong. She will tell me. She'll make me be a softie.
So I mean, like, one of the challenges is relationships that I know a lot of people admire when it comes to seeing couples and those who are married into this whole community and still together involved in this community, because you don't really see that as often. If anything, what would you say is y'all's secret that allow y'all to continue to stay in the midst of all this and not there's no division keeping y'all from, like, you being too caught up in this and she's not fully 100% into this, or vice versa? You know what I mean? Like, what's the secret that keep y'all connected and all, even with going through all this?
First of all, she's my number one fan. We are in this together, and she's my biggest supporter. And so you go, baby, you do this, you did. And she will, she's my right and left hand. whenever needed. Okay, and if somebody gets out of line outside out in the audience or something like that, she'll go and gently, politely, and say, "Hey, you guys y'all need to quiet down back there. He's trying to instruct them. He's trying to teach this or something." And she, you know, she's right there. She's 100% about this line dance adventure, if you want to call it, and that's the best thing. She's 100% behind me, side of me, and in front of me if necessary, and that's the best thing about it.
Good. So does she line dance?
Yeah, she'll get up and do a few times here and there. Yeah, when
What's
she's
her
not making
favorite?
the entrance table, but she'll get up and dance as well.
What's her favorite dance?
Honey, what's your favorite dance? She likes the music moves her.
Okay.
And if it's funky, and see, that's another thing about me, y'all. I'm gonna confess. May I confess to you guys today?
Confess.
All the slow, smooth, sexy line dances that have real smooth, sexy suave moves, I can't stand.
What?
Mm-mm.
Now you mean to tell me that Miss Thomas
T
feels the same way?
She not necessarily like me, because you know I'm hard. I like the funky beats, you know. I like, you know, with me, the music moves me, okay. And you know, Shay Ron with Mystical and all that stuff. That's where I like to be at. But I like all my Southern soul. I love all my Southern soul and all that stuff. And but you know, like Tamia song, Can't Get Enough. I like that line. I like that one because I like the line dance to it.
Okay.
And I'm gonna, let me correct myself, because if it's a smooth metal song that, you know, because I'm trying to move my class. We be moving, right? But if it's a smooth line dance or something, I'm like, and the song is mellow and that's cool, but the line dance is off the chain, by all means, I'll love it. But a lot of those like that, I don't do them, because I you know, and when you come to my class, you dress like you're going to the gym. Okay.
Absolutely.
You better have your towel and you better have your comfortable shoes on, because we about to get it in.
So what you gotta have now? Some of these workouts have cool down dances, man. What's your cool down dance?
Let's see. Shoot.
Janet Jackson in the line of duty.
That's a cool. Let me see. What's a cool down?
Metamorphosis. He got a metamorphosis.
Metamorphosis is not a. but we do that one too.
I bet you do.
Earl said, "Hey, Marquise." Earl was like, "Wait, what dances y'all be doing?"
Oh, I'm Gucci. That can slow you down. It's a vibe. That's real chill. You know,
nothing sexy. Nothing sexy though. Nothing sexy or anything like that.
I mean, you could get groovy with
my kids like
because
I can tell feather. That's what he loaded out. That's right, my kids.
We got to get rid of that. You can delete that one.
You know, but on Gucci, you know, when you throw them hands up and you roll, and that's a little,
you know. You know my cool down dance is
what?
Thank y'all. I'll see y'all next week.
Oh God! It's time to go.
Yeah.
You should do something. You ever tried to dance something sexy?
Oh, you know, when I go up with the Shades and all them, I'll do the dances they do, or with I Spark Live. I'll go in whatever they do, I'll do what they do. And I've learned from. I went to I Spark Live event a few months ago, and then it was instructed. It was just really cool, chill. And they was doing some stuff, and I'm like, ooh, I'm still in that. Let me write it down. And I'll tell you all. And when I get with the Shade, they do so many, and I haven't got a chance to go to Delvon's class yet, but he does he has a 2-hour class. He does like 20 songs, 20 dances in his class, something like that. And I'm like, oh man. And I average about six line dances for my class.
Taught or just played?
I teach them, then I teach them the line dance, and then we do the song. Sometimes the whole song if it's short, like you said, and won't be doing a 4 or 5 minute song for that long, and I'll just stop it. And then it just depends on the line dance it is. And I don't have my computer up, but I could tell you some, because since I started my class, and I tell people, hey, since I started my class, I taught them 185 line dances or something. 185, I only know 3. I'm like, well, you need to come to my class.
I know, right? That's funny. So
I think Earl know like 1,500 though. Earl might
I know. And I tell them, hey, go on YouTube, put in soul line dance, Zydeco line dance, Southern soul line dance, urban line dance. I said, you'll be looking at them for the rest of your life.
I know, right? Yes. You so this is really good. We're about at the point where we're about to do some shout outs.
Okay.
So do you have anyone that you would like to shout out?
Any more shout outs?
Well, I'm always shout out my wife first, because family's always first. I got some cousins in Dallas listening in. I hope they are my cousins in Dallas. Val, Cam, I don't know if Helena's on there, my first cousin Loma. But my Tucson people, all of my Tucson people, because without them, it would be no Tucson Slide Society. Okay, my instructors, Willie and Diane, who covered for me when I was out of town the Thursday before last, and then all of the support staff. They're doing it, and then just every single one of our members, everybody walking that class deserves a shout out, because they come every week. And if you ever see on the Facebook page, you'll see the ages and the different nationalities. And one thing about my class, when you walk in the door, no matter what nationality you will not feel out of place. Right. And somebody commented on the picture, they love the diversity. And I'm so proud of that. And that's because of the members sharing the class information.
Right. Real quick question before we go into how did you manage the delegation process when it comes to someone else managing your class without you being present? Like, how did you manage to do that? Because we sometimes as a student, they just want to see the instructor. They ain't trying to see nobody else. And sometimes the student don't want to teach the class. They just came there, you know what I mean? So how did you manage that transition for delegation and all that stuff?
Well, I really key in on them. Like I said, my class we open at 5, but class starts at 6. But we start playing music at 5, and we'll play songs that we've done in the past. And you'll see them, and I watch them, and I see them showing people and stuff like that. And then they got they just love line dance. I always want to help people out, and then and these are my support staff people, not just the members. Okay, I've had when we do a Saturday class or we do a special class, that's when I allow my members to teach if they want to. So I watch them. I see they first of all, they got to be willing and able. Okay, once I go to them, hey, because when I knew I was going to be gone that Thursday, I'm going to let y'all in on a secret, you instructors. When I knew I was going to be in that. Be gone. I said, okay, guys. I said, I'm gonna be gone next Thursday. I said, who wants to teach a class? Now, Willie, my friend Willie, he teaches a class every day. I think he does 1 or 2 hour class with some seniors. Okay, and so he was always game for it. And then my Diane, she's very good at teaching, and they got to be vocal. Okay, and I'm not saying they have to be just like me, but they got to be vocal, and they've got to be able to teach and to a point where they could where the crowd accept it. But here's the biggest secret I got to tell you, instructors, all the instructors, when you're going to be out of town and it's for sure, don't tell nobody. Don't tell your support staff. Do not tell anyone. And I tell my support, when I got them together, I said, I'm gonna be out of town. I said, y'all don't tell anyone. I said, because they won't come. Not because I'm all that. It's because if I take a break, they're going to take a break. Or they're going to say, oh, well, I ain't going if Terry not teaching. And even though they would have a good time anyway. But don't let none of your class members know you gone.
Yeah, they do that.
And Terry, I can contest to that, because I'm in, where am I? And I had class yesterday, and only a few showed up because somebody told them I wasn't gonna be there. So I just said
She said,
what you're saying.
she said basically, she said she can contest to it because she's currently in New Orleans right now, and she informed at her class that she wasn't going to be there, and only a few people only showed because they know she wasn't going to be there.
It's the truth. It's the truth. Do not tell your class you got going to be there, because a lot of them's like, well, I'm gonna take a break. Terry ain't gonna be there. I ain't going. And it ain't because you all that. It's just that's the human nature. We take a break, and it's like when your pastor is gonna be out of town. You do one or two things. You don't go to church, or you go visit somebody else's church.
Right.
Right.
You're right, though. So,
Yeah.
you know, with this, we're about to do some announcements. So, Terry, you can think about it. And if you have anything that's coming up, you're going to be DJing somewhere, you can just kind of get that in your head. And while Terry is doing that, I want those that are viewing, if you know of someone who has had a birthday this month or want to come, if you would like to go ahead and drop their name in the comments, let's go ahead and shout them out, because birthdays will be coming up after announcements. So, Terry, where are you headed this month?
Okay. This coming Saturday, the 27th, we're having our Tucson Slide Society Line Dance Potluck Slide Party. And it's at the Dunbar and here in Tucson. And I Spark Life will be there with Sansa Ray. Troy Jones, Dance Without Drama, will be there. Del Vaughn with We Are One will be there, and Alicia with Shasha Sings. So all of them and all the members that can make it down, we're going to have that. So, and I posted on the Universal Line as anybody, if you're in the area, and if you're from out of town, you're our guest. And all of our Tucson Slide Society members, we bring a pot to share. We bring a dish to share, and we have so much food. That's why our guests, we tell them, don't bring nothing, just come. It's a free event, and we do it. Well, this is our first one since pre-COVID potluck party, but we try to do it a couple of times a year. And this is when all those groups get together. There's no division. There's we just dance, and I have all the instructors send me about 7 to 10 songs that they do or want to do down here, and I'll incorporate it with ours, and I'll put them in the mix. And 1, 2, there's ours, and that way it's and then we'll get up, and if it's something that we really, I may stop the instructor and say, y'all got to teach us that right now, or I'll add it on. But that's on this coming Saturday, the 27th, and then I'll be in Phoenix with Spark Life, and so I said, I don't have my thing in front of me, but you got to tell them about that one. Coming up next month, I'm gonna be there with them doing an event with them, but in the line dance community. But as far as DJ is concerned, I've got an event coming up October 1st. It's called the Luther Vandross Experience. We bring in he's called Jazz the Entertainer out of Vegas, and a comedian. And this brother looked like Big Luther, and he can sing too. Not Little Luther, Big Luther, big Luther, Big Luther, not Little Luther, Big Luther, and so, and the Dunbar Pavilion, if you look it up in Tucson, it's an African American Cultural Arts Center. It's a historic place, and I'm the event manager there. That place is my second home. So I do events there, and I'm always doing stuff, as well as all the other folks that are involved with the organization, to always trying to make it the best.
Okay. I did see that post that you had about your potluck, and I said that's really nice. That was very interesting. Too bad you all are so far out.
I know, huh?
Maybe we could pop up, Marquise. But
I want to tell y'all something. I want to tell y'all something cool that I did. Okay. One class I went. You know how people post their instructional videos. One of my classes, because I'm a DJ, I'm a sound light and video projection. So we have on the big back wall of the auditorium. I brought my projector, stuff like that, and I had all the different line dancers from all these different instructors teach my class from their instructional video. And I got down on the floor and I said, I'm gonna learn these with you guys. it was kind of a cool thing. And that one class, when they first came into class, I had all the music videos from the line dance, the actual music videos of the line dance that we do, and they say, "Oh, this is like MTV up in here," and all that stuff. But I let all those instructors out there teach my class, and they didn't even know.
Nice. That is nice. Sansa Ray said, and don't forget her, September 18th.
Yeah, there it is.
Will be the,
September 18th. That's what I'm trying to. I couldn't. I didn't have my phone open. That's what the one I was trying to tell you about.
Oh, okay. Marquise, do you have anything going on?
Yeah. We have Labor Day weekend. We'll be actually in Kansas City. There's an event that's happening in Kansas City Labor Day weekend. If you can get your tickets, come through. We'll be hosting that with our DJ Lady D. Also, we're gonna have if you're in Tampa, Florida, on the 11th, come through as well, because we're gonna have line dancing at the park, McFarland Park. It's part of a community event and everything. All we ask is you bring some toiletries, because we donate into a center that provide a lot of services for those who are financially struggling, and also for those who are homeless. So I put that information out on Facebook. And then we also going to get with Sansa Ray October 14th through the 16th. So we're going to be up there as well, teaching and hosting up in there as well too. So I probably should be able to see you up there, Mr. T.
Tell you that, but I'm gonna be out of town.
Dang it, man! That was a great opportunity.
Yes, about that. I'm like, man, I got. I'm gonna be in Dallas.
Oh, okay, that's what's up.
Yeah. So I'm not
Are
gonna.
you telling? Look, you're not telling your people that you're not gonna be in class.
That's on the. I'll be there that Thursday before. That's on the weekend. I'm there Friday, so it's
Love
okay.
Love it. I don't know, Queen. Do you have anything coming up? One thing.
Yes. Yes. I have my 10th anniversary will be October 20th in Tampa at the Embassy Suites on Dollar Avenue, and I want everybody who's been on the podcast all year or now and celebrate with us, because it's my 10th anniversary. I'm so excited because I feel 10 years younger, and I want y'all to come. I already posted on Facebook. Just save the date. So not a party with us. It's going to be a grand time. We're going to have a pool party and everything. It's going to be like that.
I don't even know how you did that, Zandra.
Okay.
You do better than
Well,
that.
I think Queen was a little worse than our our karate movies, but I think I decided.
Yeah, like a chipmunk. She had a chipmunk going on and everything.
Yeah. So basically, in next October, this October, they're going on the cruise. They're dancing on the waters. But next October will be her 10th year anniversary with LDC. And she was inviting everybody that has been on the podcast, that watched the podcast, to please come to Tampa. It would be at the Embassy Suites there. And when she come back on next week, I'm sure she would give more details, because she did say that she posted a flyer to save the date. So please save the date and make plans to come to Tampa, probably about the second or third weekend in October of 23. All right. So
start traveling again next year. We haven't really been anywhere this year as a line dance group, but next year we'll start traveling again.
Well, you know what? Hopefully your first trip will be in Tampa, and then the next trip will be in Tampa, because Marquise event will be in 24.
Yeah.
Well, not the next. I'm just saying, your next trip to Florida will be in 24 at least.
Yeah,
We
well,
ain't doing shake and tail feather though. We
Say
ain't
that
doing
again.
shake and tail feather though. So just so you know, Terry, if you coming for shake and tail feather, man, you might as well turn around, brother. Turn around.
That's all right.
don't even worry about it. It'll be all right.
Oh, okay then. Hate to disappoint
So, hey, hit the floor. I appreciate y'all. And happy birthday to all of your people. Hit the floor.
Nelly-
I'm trying to
Nelly
find your
Evans,
comment
Nelly
right now.
Evans,
Marquise,
Jenny
you see?
Caldwell, Cynthia Chavez, Greta Kelly Nitz, all from yeah, happy birthday to all them and other people. I ain't seen nobody else, but that's all
Oh,
the people.
okay. Yeah. So look, don't forget. Hey, it wasn't Angela birthday this month. Angela Brown, your
G.
birthday.
G birthday today, I think.
I mean, I'm
G
just trying
birthday.
to. She was like, She ain't say nothing though. You know, I'm just trying to say, happy birthday, Angela. Happy.
Hey
Sing
man.
it to her, Marquise.
Nah, we good. She like your song in a Jamaican accent. I ain't got it, so she'll be all right.
Hey, and look, and don't forget, earlier this month, we had our Mr. Donnell McFadden. Prime time birthday was on the 8th. And my girl, Demiria Sagwan, her birthday. You know, Marquise, were y'all trying to throw some shade, at that last event y'all was at, and I wasn't.
That's pretty much all the events that we're at that you're not. So, anyhow, we're gonna move right
No,
along.
because I had to pop up. I had to deliver on that. The
Yeah,
other,
right.
All right.
Hey, well, you guys
So,
do me a favor. Y'all send me in Messenger your shirt size and your address, and I'll send you our latest Tucson Slide Society shirt. I'll send y'all one.
love
Y'all see
it.
that?
Love it. Will do. Will
Yeah.
do.
And we're gonna get ready to take another order, so I'll be able to. I'll get one and send it out to you guys.
Appreciate it.
Awesome.
So you know you got another friend in Arizona.
That's
Hey,
all right. Because Sansa Ray has really represented very well. It was a pleasure meeting her. And now you're the second person. So,
Yeah.
he the third for me because
Right.
I went shade. I know shade distinction first.
Yeah,
Oh.
Shades. Yeah, all the groups are off the chain. They're doing what they do, and that's what I love about it. All the different types of styles and dedicated to this line dance thing we do.
Right.
Awesome. So, please, viewers, subscribe to us on YouTube and Facebook. Look for Let's Talk Soul Line Dance. And if you, when you go to Facebook, just click on the like button and it will alert you every time Let's Talk will come on. Okay. So if you're not friends, become friends, or actually just go out there and like it. And what else? Is there anything else you would like to add, Marquise?
Nah, Nikki said bring your wife in so we can see her.
Yeah, so they can see. She just chilling over there.
Watching the video.
She's watching.
What she said? Oh, she's coming.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
I thought she was gonna say, I got my hair done.
Oh, we ain't gotta.
You don't have to worry about
We ain't gotta worry about that.
Hey.
Hi.
Alice, how are you?
Great. How are you?
Mine.
Mrs. T.
Amazing. Love it. Love
Hey,
it.
Mrs.
Love
T.
it. So when was your anniversary?
Thank you guys so much.
And thank you.
You're welcome.
Mine.
Mine.
Love it. Black love is always beautiful.
Show lives.
Well, y'all, it has been a pleasure. We have greatly enjoyed you. I would like to shout out you. Thank you for coming on. Thank you for just being a blessing to this podcast this past hour and 10 minutes.
Well,
And
thank you.
yes, and so we really look forward to meeting you. Hopefully, we could meet up in Tampa next year.
You can
Well,
stop in Tucson too. we gonna do everything. I'm gonna tell y'all something about me. I don't do little. So if I do something in Tucson, you better know it's gonna be big.
okay.
Hey.
And let me give a shout out to Linda Flowers, because she told the Queen about me, and I think, and that's how I got connected to be on a part of this show. Linda, if you're listening, thank you, sweetheart. And it's been a pleasure. I really enjoyed talking with all three of you.
Yes.
Awesome.
So Terry,
And
I'm trying to talk in English. Terry, can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes.
Can you hear me? Okay. So if you can't hear me, tell Terry that if he sends us an invite, we will come.
somebody said if you was that
Somebody
his,
said.
was that Joe? Joe said
No.
send an invite and you'll come.
She
I
said
did.
send you guys
Oh.
an invite and
So-
invite, and they will come.
There you go. Invite them and they will be there representing Let's Talk Soul Line Dance.
Yeah. Okay. Sounds good.
Love it. So,
And guess what, Marcus? It's gonna be in the summertime too.
oh God.
Oh man. Well, we tried, Well, I guess I have to see you in another year.
Hey, don't worry about that. Hey, I'm gonna have sunscreen for you. It's all good.
Sunscreen.
Hey, Marquis, he forgot those two words he told us earlier, right?
Yeah.
Air conditioned.
Yeah, I told you, ain't worried. You must go have one that can travel and follow you, boy. Because I went to Vegas and then I almost died in Vegas. They was like, wait till you go to Arizona. I said, oh, you don't have to worry about that.
Hey, we got you. We will keep you cool with that and a cold drink.
Dude, I pulled up on a guy in Vegas. He had on pants. He had pants on. I said, why you even got pants on, bro? He's like, oh, man, I'm used to it. Sometimes I don't ride with the AC. Man, y'all tripping. I know. Hey,
Wow.
Man,
We're just accustomed to it. But I want all the viewers to know that donations are accepted via Cash App at the LDC. Queen would greatly appreciate it. All the support that you could give to this podcast as it continues to come on every Sunday at this time. And as Queen said, she continues to come online or on the air as long as there are instructors and line dance groups that's out there. We want to thank her for providing this platform for us to come and learn more about our community because it's big and many times we miss out. And if it wasn't for this, we wouldn't be talking to DJ Mr. T at this moment. So
Yeah.
I'm so excited to have you here, as I stated earlier, and we look forward to who we will be having next week.
All right.
And I guess Queen will let us know who that person will be next week. Okay. So it's been a pleasure. I can't think of anything else other than I hope you all have a great week. Blessed rest of the evening. Thank you for coming on. And don't forget, I think Queen has a challenge going on. Yeah, I am. Queen has a challenge that's going on. And that challenge is for whoever has the most views. Is that right, Queen? The views? Okay. They will win at the end of the year. And so it doesn't mean that they have to be on now. It just means that they have to go and view your particular show. And
Mhm.
so anyway, share, get your people to share, and come on in, DJ Mr. T.
All right. All right. Hey, y'all stay tuned. It's a group of us fellas, Marcus, D4T. We've already created 2 line dances. Stay tuned. We'll be getting them to you real soon.
Okay.
Okay. Hey, and you know what? We can't leave without Hit the Floor had said Marquise. How about she met Shake a Tail Feather on yesterday?
Wow. Did somebody turn the music off, or what happened? Did the DJ cut it or something?
Say that one more time, Marquise.
I was just wondering if the DJ cut the music off, like, oh, no, we have a malfunction or something like that. But that's what's up, man. Hey. I guess Michi is the one who made it. So, that's what's up.
Yeah.
So,
and Angela wanted you to know that you could have wished her a happy birthday.
see, that's when you know they ain't paying attention, because I did that a long time ago already. I already wished it. You can just stay on top of it.
What she said, or should she say Marcus?
Now she being petty.
That's funny. I love y'all. DJ Mr. As I said again, it was a pleasure. Thank you and your wife for coming on Let's Talk Soul Line Dance. And we look forward to meeting you soon in the future.
All right. Thank you for having me.
Thank you again. Thank you, everyone, for watching. Until this time this week, if you have not gone out to like Let's Talk Soul Line Dance, please go out and like, share, and subscribe to Let's Talk Soul Line Dance. Thank you, and see you next Sunday. Have a great day.
And we're going to close our broadcast without saying, love is no good unless you get it away.
Love is no good unless you're giving it away. And here is some of ours. Marquise, you know what? Marquise, got it. Love it.
All right.
Have a great evening, everyone. Love you.
All right. Take care now. Talk to you soon. Don't forget to send me your shirt size and address.
Will do. Thank you.
Bye.